John Fox on channel John West. I'm having a witness adventure. I've already finished the game, but apparently I forgot to do a place. Now, I had some ideas. I was stuck on one particular puzzle. I needed to get into the ship, and it's one of those sound puzzles, and I'm terrible at picking out the sounds. Now, I was fairly sure it was the drips, or at least had something to do with drips, and I was fairly sure I had an idea for the sequence, because it was bloop, 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 so low, high, medium. And as soon as I turned the video off, I thought, maybe I've got the start of that sequence wrong. I also had another idea, which was, there's a red light in that room, so maybe the dots are different colours, but I wasn't sure, and I was still very confused. Obviously, if you watched the last episode, I was on that puzzle for ages, so I wanted to find something that just kind of nudged me in the right direction, and I don't know why. I didn't do this for any of the other puzzles, so I don't know why I'm getting suddenly impatient for these ones. I do actually. It's because I haven't progressed very much. That I did a lot of off-screen work where I achieved nothing because I didn't know the stupid wreck had puzzles in, and that's why. Actually, yeah, it was disingenuous for me to imply otherwise. But anyway, I wanted to know if I was in the right direction, and I found out that I had to be paying attention to two tones, and immediately you can't unknow that. You go, oh no. I wanted a general, but there isn't a general hint to give you that. Once you hear two tones, you go, right, I know there's a second tone. There's a mysterious... So there's the high drip. So that's a low, right? That's a low. It's a low. And that drip was a So is that medium? Oh, that's a high drone. We'll get the dripper later, actually. Here. So that's medium, high, low on the drips. So that's a medium, high, low. Okay, medium, high, low. So is that a high? Oh. Was that a medium or high? You know what? It can't be another high. I don't know how long the sequence is. Is this a 2-numbered sequence, or is this a... Maybe... No, I read it was 2 tones, so it's not like a 7-tone. I'm rubbish at these, by the way. I guessed all the ones before. I know it's medium, high, low, so let's put a box around that. This, whatever this is, the sounds are so far apart, I can't remember the bloody tones. Let's walk away. Walk away. Walk away. Oh, look, there's a ship here. Oh, look, isn't that lovely? Ah. And let's go back and hope the sequence begins again and pay attention. I tell you what, I'm going to quit the game and come back in. Right, I thought it was a smart idea to load my game from outside, and then it's definitely reset. We'll go back in. We're only listening for the drone. Right? Gonna give that medium. I'm not sure though. I've got to keep talking like this because they take bloody ages. How was I supposed to know that I should be listening out for a thing that apparently lasts like 5 minutes? And I've got to keep this tone in my head, otherwise I'll forget again because I'm an idiot. I hope this isn't really weird. It is a little, isn't it? Just moving the thing closer to me. Come on. Have I been tricked? Have someone taken the mickey out of me? I almost forgot to stay in tone. Right, game, come on. Meep. Are we sure there's two tones? Because no, there's no. Ah, it's medium high. There was a low. I know there's a low, but is there low next? Ah, if I continue to talk like this. Ah, this is weird. They both start on medium though. Medium high. They both go medium high. That's a low. I'm looking at the map. That's never high. It's never high? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Medium high. Medium. Let's put it on the next line. Medium high. Because that's just doing medium high low. That's what I was doing before. I'm bloody rubbish at this. I goddamn hate sound puzzles. How do I know when the start is? Like, with the trips, there are 3 possibilities, right? And I don't know how many bloody possibilities there are, because they take so long to go for the... Alright, that's medium, high, medium... That's different from what I had before. Right, the next one's low, I'm guessing. Is it medium, high, medium, low? Where does that start? Look, the reason medium, high, medium, low makes sense is because there's that many dots. Right? There are 3 medium dots. That's a medium, isn't it? Is there 3 medium dots? There's only 2 big dots. There's only 2 tiny dots and there's 3 medium. So I'm guessing medium, high, medium, low. I don't know which order that goes in though. How are you supposed to know which order that goes in? I'll tell you what. I'm going to take that high one because it's at the start. So I'm going to make it high, medium, low, medium. Like that. So, and I guess I get them both at the same time, which is, I was trying to do something like that. I was close. I was trying to do the drip pattern twice in a row, which is actually physically impossible, but whatever. So, no, sorry, low, medium, high, medium. It doesn't actually make any difference, but I'll try both, but that way it looks different from the other thing. Also, there's a low right here, that's why. Low and medium. Medium and high. Okay, low, medium. Oh, okay, medium. No, okay, low. No, in here, goddamn medium. Low. Okay, medium. Let's do it from this side. I've got medium, high, low. It does not seem to be right. So I've done something wrong here already. What was my original thing? Because I was doing this before, wasn't I? So if I do... medium, John. No. I've got the order wrong, haven't I? Low. Is that the first? Low. High. Medium. That's the opposite. Why did I get low? Alright, low, high, medium. But it has to be either... There's too many... Look, there's 4 other left. And so it has to be... It has to be either low, medium, high, medium, or high, medium, low, medium. You know, there aren't that... I guess it could be backwards. No, no, no. It doesn't matter. You just keep shifting it. So what I'll do is... Low... High... Medium. Right? Ugh. Low. High. Alright, so let's say they both start with low. Low, low. I can do that very easily. And I need a high on one of them. I need a high on one and a medium on another. So I'm quite close to getting high there. Let's high on one. Can't do that, John. Okay, high on one. It doesn't matter which order you do it in, John. Yeah, it does. Low. If I get a medium. Alright, so what have I done here? I've gone low, medium on one and low, high on the other. So low, high. Low, medium, high, medium. Oh. Alright, let's just figure out. Let's ignore the drips. So it's either. Where's the 2 hot mediums? There's 2 mediums right here. So getting that one could be difficult. So let's say, let's go low, medium, high. No, it's not that. Low, medium, high, medium. Right? That makes sense. How would I, using the same pattern, get the drips? Because I don't think the drips start with medium. They could do. You don't know they don't start with drips. Well, if I make the drips the high bit, if it goes medium, low, high, That would be the starting point. That would be a really weird starting point. Medium, low, high. Medium. Oh, you can't get that. Why can't I get that? Low, high. Okay. How the hell do I tell the order? No, well, not the order, the start position. So, low, medium, high, medium. I know what I did wrong. I grabbed it with the wrong one, didn't I? Huh. Alright, well I've got low, medium, high, medium. And what that passes for at the moment is medium and high. In that order. Which is backwards. That implies low, medium. So let's flip that over. Let's take a picture and flip it. I'm hoping it doesn't matter which side you complete. Right, let's turn that upside down. And do it like this. So at the moment I've got this. For some reason. So I hit. So if I want to go there, it's always been difficult to go there, by the way. Generally speaking, I want to go there. There isn't a high there. Low. Hang on, why is it that I do that? Is it to get the medium? It's medium, low. High, but this is where I've got my medium. So medium, low, high, and on the other side I've got. What have I got on the other side? I've got medium, medium high, medium low, medium high. No, low, medium, low, medium. Oh, medium, high, medium. Where's the other medium? Is it there? Oh, I need to get one of the mediums. Alright, let's. So I've got it like that. That's easy enough. So 1, 1, 2, 1. 1, 1, 2, 1. Damn. Medium. You can't get that high. That's just... No, you can't. High, medium. Oh. 1, 1, 2, 1. Ah. This is why I was doing that. Fine. I have to come back like this. And I've got a picture of that already. So let's stop it there, but upside down. Okay? So, on the upside down bit. There. What's that gained me? Well, there is where I need to be. But then I need to get the high. High. This is not the answer, is it? No, because you haven't got the bloody thing. What's there? What's there? What am I doing? Ah, okay, here's... Ah, okay. So there. Alright, this is the problem I had before. This? I'm just going to take a photo of this. This is if I've got the right order, which I don't even know if I've got. Take a photo of this. Bollocks. Alright, what is it that I did on one side? That was medium. Oh yeah. I collected it on the wrong side. No, I know what I did wrong here. Ah. Medium low. Even though that makes no sense to me. What does make sense to you? High, medium, low makes sense to me. That's what makes sense to me. Let's flip that upside down. High, medium, low. Right? Now I know that's not right. But high, medium, low. No, photographs, John. High, medium, low. Well, there's problems with that already, isn't there? Because that goes medium, medium. And it can't touch that. No. It goes medium, medium. It can't even take the high. This has to be... The mediums are not together. That's all I know. So maybe it goes medium, high. Nope. Low, medium, high, medium. I've tried this. Let's try a different one then. High, medium, low, medium doesn't make any sense. Alright. Low, medium, no, that makes no sense. Alright, what about this? High, medium, low, medium. High, medium, low, medium. Let's take a picture of that and flip it. This flipping is helping me out. I love that. I know, like, I felt really bad for finding out a part of the puzzle, and it's still really difficult. Alright. This is stupid, John. It couldn't possibly be that, could it? High, medium, low, medium. Alright. High, medium, low, medium. Alright, medium, low, high. Could I incorporate medium, low, high in? Medium. Shit. No, as soon as I put that medium in. Ah, bollocks. I can't do that. That's just added it to the other side. Ah, damn. It has to start on that. So, one. Okay, low. I've got to use one of those mediums because I can't go like low, medium. Yeah. I can't even get to the high then. But I've done this before. Low. Medium. High. Medium. Take. Low. Medium. High. Medium. Because you can't do this. Don't make no sense. Ah! Let's just get the drips. Let's run away. We need the drips in the correct order. Let's walk completely away. I don't know if the sound works like this. I thought this would make sense. We just need one side correct, and the other side should hopefully just line up. Medium, high. What? Low, high, medium. Low, high, medium. Low, high, medium. No, screw it. I'm going with that. Go with... well, I'm not keeping that, obviously, but I'm going to... Low, high, medium. And they both seem to start with low. Which is interesting. John, why did you take a photo of that? That was stupid. I did that. No, John. What? No. Low, high, medium. Nope. This has to be near the end, which would indicate, or no, both of those could do with being at the end, and I need a medium at the end of the other. So let's go large, high, medium. How the hell do you even do that? Large, high, medium. I mean, if I did that there, how would I even go about doing medium? Medium, large, medium, small. Let's do it from that. Medium, large, medium, small. What can I do in that situation? Upside down. Because that's kind of neat. So that goes large. Now is the large, high, yes! Right! Oh, that was a really simple... It's always the way, isn't it? Yay! This wasn't a goddamn thing, and that's... whatever, let's take a photograph of that. I thought I was expecting something... Oh, I've not found it, have I? I thought I'm really confused. This isn't a set of puzzles at all. Oh, don't you dare be sour. Right, let's go to the cinema. And is there definitely nothing else in here? It's because who knows when we'll be back. Oh, no, these rooms you don't. Yeah. Let's go back to this windmill. That means we're missing one more windmill thing. Which makes me worried that I am missing a windmill thing. Because I was looking for the 11th laser. It sounds like I'm some sort of cultist, doesn't it? Cultist sounds like a chaos person. I mean, in a cult. I know that's the same thing, but now I see cultists as necromancers. I mean, some sort of loony Scientologist type thing. I'm looking for the 11th laser. It's in your hearts. I took an odd direction getting out. I always do. This place. To the windmill! There it is. Alright, I was being very quiet then. To the windmill. I said that, wasn't I? It's nice to take the traditional entrance for once. I know there's more to here. Ah! I'm gonna do that. Right. That worries me greatly. But let's type this one in. No. Right, we've got to keep talking, because I don't want anyone to take my videos down, which there is a danger with these clips. No, you know, for visual comment. So I've been lucky so far. See how quickly that's going.
Know yourself as the open, empty, luminous presence of awareness.
All right then. Right, cool. We're done here.
Open, because you say yes unconditionally and indiscriminately to all appearances of the mind, body, and world.
I have no idea who this guy is.
Like empty space, you have no mechanism inherent within you that can resist any appearance. We don't have to make this the case, it is already the case.
I'm not sure what he's talking about.
Empty, because although you, I, this aware presence, is aware of thoughts, sensations, and perceptions, it is not made out of a thought, a sensation, or a perception. It is made out of pure knowing or awareness. And luminous, because just like the sun, relatively speaking, that renders all objects seeable, so you, I, this open, empty presence, renders all experience knowable. In fact, we don't really see objects relatively speaking, illumined by the sun. We just see reflections or modulations
Oh, I see what he's
of
getting
the
at.
sun's light, appearing as a multiplicity and diversity of colour. In the same way, we don't really know the objects of the mind, body, and the world. We just know our knowing of them.
Nothing's ended there yet.
All we know, all that is known, is the knowing of experience. And you are that knowing. All that is ever known is a modulation of our own knowing presence, modulating itself in the form of thinking, sensing, and perceiving, and seeming to become a mind, a body, and a world. We never actually know a mind, a body, and a world as they are normally conceived.
I did not know it did this.
Of them. And this knowing, the substance of our experience, is only the substance of our experience, is ourselves. In other words, we know ourselves alone. Awareness knows nothing other than itself. This knowing is open and
I need to take a photo of this. Crap, that's the wrong angle. Oh, this is going to go on for a while.
This presence of awareness, which is simply our self, what we refer to when we say I, is ever present.
Buckle in, guys, because this is going to take a while.
Just check this in your own experience. Nothing that I am saying this evening, there is nothing that cannot be checked in your own direct experience right now. I bring no special knowledge to this meeting. I don't have a store of knowledge. Trying to describe the current experience.
I'm a bit worried that
yourself.
this exists.
Do I know anything other than now? Try to experience the not now. Try first to experience the past.
I get about a second of past on my right as I see my recording.
It's easy to experience a thought about the past. But what about the actual past to which this thought refers? Try to experience that. Can you step into the past? Can you go 1 second into the past? Or 1 second into the future? Thought can go there. But what about you? Really try to go there to make sure that this is not just an interesting philosophical conversation, but that it is actually your experience. That the past and the future are never experienced. And if the past and the future are never actually experienced, they are being thought about. And that thought about the past and the future is always now. If this past and future are never experienced, what does that say about time? Time is a movement between a non-existent past towards a non-existent future. It's a theory, a necessary and valid theory, but a theory that doesn't refer to the reality of our experience. Nobody has ever or could ever experience time. When I say nobody, I mean yourself, awareness, the only one that knows or is aware.
I'm glad I got here relatively early for once, because this is a long one. I'm tempted to make myself a cup of tea, but it's like 3 a.m. I was going to sleep after this.
From London in Washington, D.C. last weekend before coming here. The friend who picked me up asked me how the flight was. And she said, how long did it take? And I thought, being cranked up like an old motor, a little resistant to get going. And for a moment, I could feel the cogs of thought almost moving, trying to work out how much time the flight had taken. Because in my experience, it had been now all the way. I had never left London. London had left me.
I'm not sure what that means.
I had never got onto an aeroplane, a flow of sensations and perceptions that thought abstracts and calls a body in an aeroplane flowed through me. And I never arrived in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C. arrived in me, or at least the cluster of perceptions that thought calls Washington, D.C. arrived in me. In the same way, nobody ever walked into this room, and nobody is sitting on a chair, and nobody is listening to a talk. A colorful flow of sensations and perceptions appears in awareness. But awareness never goes anywhere or does anything. It is always here and now, not here a place and now a time. Here, this dimensionless, now this timeless presence of our own being. That is our experience, whether we recognize it or not.
It's a bit, after Richard Feynman, it was witty and quick. This is painfully slow, I'm going to be honest here. It's interesting, but the same point is being made again and again and again.
It may say yes, 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 that's true, but there is an undeniable continuity to my experience. And this undeniable continuity would seem to be evidence of time. Where does this felt sense of continuity come from? All we know of the mind is the current thought or image. And thoughts and images are intermittent. The body is known through sensation, and all sensations are intermittent. All we know of the world is perception, that is sights, sounds, tastes, textures, and smells.
And the sense of balance.
In fact, nobody has ever experienced a world as such, a world as it is normally conceived to be. We just know the current perception.
I get it. I get the point you're making.
Perception is intermittent. So if the so-called mind, body, and world are intermittent, from where does this felt sense of continuity come from? It comes from the only thing, if we can call it a thing, that is truly continuous, or in fact not continuous, but ever present now in our experience, and that is our own being, the presence of awareness. The presence of awareness is the only thing that is known to be ever present. Now the mind knows nothing of awareness, because the mind only knows apparent objects.
I'm listening.
So when the mind looks at experience to find what it is that accounts for continuity, it cannot see awareness. And so it manufactures a substance called time to account for the continuity of experience. In other words, continuity in time is what eternity looks like when viewed through the narrow slit of the mind. Permanence in space is what the infinite, unlimited nature of awareness looks like when viewed through the narrow slit of the mind. Continuity and permanence are pale reflections at the level of the mind of the true, eternal and infinite nature of awareness, that is, of our self. What else can we say about ourself from our actual experience? Which means right now, what can we know for certain about ourself? Not what thought may tell us about ourself, but what we actually know.
I missed a little bit of that then, I got distracted.
In this moment, derived only from our experience of ourself.
It's gone now.
Ask yourself, can I, this open, empty, knowing presence, can I be agitated?
I can.
Thought can be agitated. Sensations, or the body, can be agitated. The world can be agitated. But what about you? The one that knows the apparent mind, body and world. Can you, this open presence, be agitated?
Yes.
See, in your experience right now, that you are, and this of course is just an image, are like an open, empty space, such as the space of this room. Nothing that appears within this room can agitate it. We are all sitting peacefully now, but if we were to stand up and start dancing or fighting, would the space of this room become agitated? You are like that. You, I, the presence of awareness, are undisturbable, imperturbable.
That's not a word I've ever used before.
We don't need to become imperturbable, and this
Imperturbable?
undisturbability of ourself is not dependent upon the condition of the mind. Right now, you, awareness, are utterly imperturbable, and for this reason, another name for ourself is peace.
So he's lost me a bit now.
Peace is not a quality that ourself has, it is what ourself is. Not peace of mind. Minds are more or less agitated.
My mind's getting a little bit agitated.
It doesn't have to be thoughts. It is not hiding in the background of experience. This very awareness that is seeing, hearing, knowing, is pure peace itself, shining in all experience, however apparently agitated that experience may be.
Yeah, he's lost me now.
Ask yourself, can I, this presence of awareness, ever lack something? Thoughts can say that something is missing. Feelings can say that something is missing. But what about you? Without referring to thought or feeling, is there the slightest motive in you to avoid the now and replace it with the not now? See that in yourself, this presence of awareness, there is not the slightest impulse or possibility to avoid the now.
Oh, well, fair enough.
And what do we call this absolute absence of resistance
Is it
to
called
the now?
tikka chicken?
The absolute absence of resisting what is and seeking what is not. What is the common name we give to this?
Pen.
It is called happiness.
Ah, that was close. I had pen. Happiness.
We all know that when we are happy, we are by definition not resisting the now and seeking in the past or the future.
What about people who are nostalgic?
By happiness, of course, I do not mean a pleasant state of the mind or the body. I mean this absolute impossibility of ourself.
Ah, so you're correct as long as you redefine the term.
Resist or seek. To resist what is and to seek what is not. So happiness, like peace, is just another name for ourself. It is not a quality that ourself has. It is what ourself...
Well, he's reaching, like the lady was talking about basically actualization, but she didn't leave 5-minute pauses. She did
What
leave
else
small pauses.
can we
but
say for certain, based on this current experience about ourselves? When I was driving here, or being driven here, the day before yesterday, from the airport in San Francisco, I was looking in the wing mirror of the passenger seat, and I
I
noticed
spoilt it for myself because I read it.
the words inscribed
I need
at
to.
the bottom
I need to block it
of the
out.
wing mirror.
Otherwise, I'm just saying, oh, I know what he's going to say. I've
They
ruined the
say-
next 5 minutes.
Objects in the mirror are closer than you think.
Have you in Red Dwarf?
Statement of pure non-duality.
There's a book, a Red Dwarf book called Backwards, and in it, Crichton had to spend like 40 years in a ship, and he's got a
Objects
book.
that appear in the mirror of consciousness are closer than we think.
And he decides he's going to read it very, very
How
slowly.
close to a mirror are the objects that appear in it.
So he has to read like half a word a day or something like that. And when sometimes he figures out the rest of the
Are there, in
sentence,
fact,
and he's
two
ruined a week.
One, the objects that appear in the mirror.
Anyway, that's happening with
Two,
this
the mirror.
sometimes. If that
Or
made
is
any
it
sense.
all just mirror?
The problem I
All
have...
we know of the apparent mind is the experience of thinking. And thinking is just a modulation of yourself, a modulation of knowing or awareness.
Is when you get to the point where you can reverse things.
Is the experience of sensing.
You know,
and sensing is a modulation of yourself, awareness.
I'm not sitting in the chair is sitting in me.
All
When you do...
know
That's a
the
stupid
apparent
example.
world
He didn't say that.
is the experience of seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, and smelling. These are all modulations of knowing, modulations of ourself. In other words, we never truly know a mind or a body or a world. These labels are just abstractions that thought superimposes on the intimacy of our experience.
Well, fine, but it's like he's being needlessly abstract.
Experience, which is the only real point of view. Experience is much closer, much more intimate. So close as to not admit the possibility of two things. One, myself, awareness, and two, the object that I know. Even that is an abstraction. It may be a useful stepping stone, a halfway understanding to conceive of thoughts, sensations, and perceptions arising in awareness. But nothing arises in awareness. The only substance of all experience, the only substance of thinking, sensing, and perceiving is already awareness. What do we call this absolute absence of two things? A subject that knows and an object that is known. Take now the experience of hearing. Go to the sound of the air conditioning. Forget about the labels sound and air conditioning. Our only knowledge of the apparent air conditioning is the experience of hearing. How close does hearing take place to you? 5 meters away? 10 meters away? Refer only to your experience, not to what thought tells you about sound. Where is hearing? Is it close? Intimate? And in the experience of hearing, can you find two parts? One part that hears, and another part that is heard? Or is it just one seamless, intimate substance called myself?
Is anyone still
here?
What
about this room? Thought says, I, the inside self in here, sees the room, the outside world. But what does experience say? All we know of the apparent room is the experience of seeing. Remove seeing, and the room vanishes. In other words, we don't know a room. We just know the experience of seeing.
This is what I mean by needlessly abstract. Is that not just the same thing? Is not what a lot of he's saying is just more complicated ways of saying
from yourself?
Not that complicated of ideas.
Utterly intimate. And can you find two parts to the experience of seeing?
I wouldn't mind, but it's taken ages.
And another part that is seen? Or is it just one seamless, intimate substance? And what is the name, the common name we give to the absolute intimacy of all experience? It is called love. Love is the most familiar experience that we all know, the collapse or dissolution of the sense of a self in here and an object, other, or world out there. The collapse of this sense of separateness, distance, otherness, not me-ness, is what we call love. Love is just another name for non-duality. If we call it non-duality, there's just a few thousand of us in the world that are interested in it. But if we call it love, or peace, or happiness, then all 7 billion of us are interested in it. So why is it, if love, peace, happiness are the natural condition of all experience, the substance out of which all experience is made, how is it that it seems not to be experienced? It is because of a single thought that rises in awareness, made only of awareness, which imagines that awareness shares the limits of the thoughts, feelings, and sensations that appear within it. It is like imagining that a mirror shares the limits of the objects that appear in it. With that thought alone, the ever-present, unlimited awareness, which is what we are, seems to acquire or take on the apparent limits of the body and the mind, just as the screen seems to take on the limits of an image when a film begins.
See what you did there?
As a result of this imaginary collapse or contraction of our self, unlimited, eternal awareness, these qualities of love, peace, and happiness are seemingly veiled. And it is for this reason that the self, the separate self that thought imagines us to be, is always, by definition, on a search in the imaginary outside world for the apparently lost love, peace, and happiness.
It's 3 a.m. where
However,
I am right now.
This imaginary inside self cannot, by definition, find the love that it seeks, because its very presence, its apparent presence, is the veiling of that love.
The unduality.
All the separate self seeks is love. In fact, the separate self is not an entity that searches. It is the activity of resisting the now and seeking the not now. All this seeking ever wants is love. But love is the dissolution of this seeking, the dissolution of this imaginary self. In other words, the separate self that seeks love is like a moth that seeks a flame. The flame is all the moth wants, but it is the only thing it cannot have. Because as the moth touches the flame, it dies. That is its way of knowing the flame.
Moths also eat food. Well, clothing. That's food to eat. I'm sure it eats
It
other
becomes
stuff.
the flame as it touches it. That is the separate self's way of finding love, by dying in it. The death or dissolution of the separate self is the experience of love.
You what, mate? I prefer the Richard Feynman stuff. This wasn't uninteresting. I just could have done with it a short.
Simply be knowingly this open, empty, luminous presence of
Talks
awareness,
really slowly.
whose nature, whose inherent nature is love, peace, and happiness. Not a love, peace, and happiness that is in the background.
No, don't get that confused.
That has to be
No,
sought.
it's not that. It's the other
It is
thing.
shining in full view at the heart of all experience. In fact, experience is made out of this substance called peace or happiness.
Right. I think he's done. Right. So, I wanted to double check that nothing had miraculously happened just then. And unfortunately, it has not. Which means I still not have found what I'm looking for. I still haven't found where the bloody challenge is. So I'm going to let you go. I'm going to check a place really quickly. Before I do this, I was going to let you go then. I'm sure no one's around. I mean, I'm sure lots of people find that really interesting. And maybe one of those people watch my videos. It seems rather slim chance there. But whatever. Maybe. I'm not going to discount the possibility. So if you're still here, I just want to check one more place. I solved a puzzle and I got nothing for it. And I want to know why. But the fact is, to even know there was a puzzle in the wreck, I had to look that up. I just didn't find that puzzle. And I might have to do that. I thought that was one of the lasers. Unless I've missed. Oh, screw it. I'll check the wreckage again, just in case. Where's the room I'm looking for? What's there? But I didn't seem to get anything from this. So yeah, that's the only thing I was confused about. What do I get for this? I solved both puzzles, right? Do I get anything for solving both puzzles? I don't know. Okay, I better let you go then. It's been a long video. Well, I've been John Fox on the channel John West. I've been having a witness adventure. I'll see you guys next time.